Hey, happy Monday. Welcome to the Wake Up Call. Last week we talked about you navigating successfully online dating. And my goal was to help you not only wake up and perk up, but hopefully wake up with somebody that maybe someday will be your soulmate, maybe even your notebook. Well, I want to follow it up today, and I'm going to do a two-parter. Today is going to be part one. And so if you're a man, tune in. If you're a woman, make sure you bring a notepad because today's episode of the Wake Up Call is what men look for in women. And I'm going to give you 4 or 5 different things that the majority of men look for in women. And I'm also going to tell you flat out, some of you are going to love this episode. Some of you are going to not like this episode because you're not particularly confident. And so you're going to look for reasons to push back. This episode of What Men Look For in Women, by the way, is actually sponsored. And I'm really proud today to mention who our sponsor is. It's brought to you by Truth and Fact. Isn't that nice to have a sponsored podcast brought to you by Truth and Fact? And these are truths. These are facts, and not all truths and all facts feel great. But I want you to know, particularly as women today, because this is what men look for in women. I'm just going to tell you the scientific truth, and there are several things that men look for. I'll tell you the very first one. The first one is so easy. You know what the first thing a guy, I should say, doesn't look for in a woman? A penis. He doesn't want to stand at the urinal, and apparently there's a woman standing next to him, and at the urinal, all of a sudden there's a penis. So I'm hoping out there in podcast land, you're laughing hard. Because if you're not laughing at that joke, you know what I know? You don't have it together. You don't have it together. That's a funny joke. What's one of the first things a guy looks for in a woman or doesn't look for in a woman? Doesn't want to see a penis. Doesn't want the little surprise visit. Now, on a serious note, are there some guys who have fetishes out there? Absolutely. Are there some guys who actually prefer that sexually? Absolutely. But today's podcast isn't about fetishes. It's not about the 1.5% of people around the world who prefer somebody with a penis. No. This is about what men look for in women. And I believe in my opening joke, let me say it again because we're canceling comedy across the country. In my opening joke, in my opening attempt at humor, is a lot of truth. And we have blurred the lines now as a country between what it means to be male and what it means to be female. Let me be really clear with you. Men are looking for women. That's what they're looking for. Men are actually looking for feminine women. By the way, before you think I'm going to go down some area that's going to be like controversial, it's not controversial at all. What's it mean to be feminine? Strong, confident, independent. When you walk into a room, you own it. That's what it means to be feminine. And that's what men are looking for. But here's step one. Here's where the cards and letters are coming in. But don't shoot the messenger. I didn't do the research, right? I'm just reporting the research. Men are looking for beautiful women. Flat out. Flat out. Now, how we define beauty ranges. I'm not going to tell you what my demographic and what my standard of beauty is, but it is very narrowly defined, and I don't ever travel outside that box. Actually, it's not a box, it's a very narrow line. So what somebody might determine is beautiful, I might be like, yeah, kind of cute, or not my dance. And somebody who sees my kind of beauty might go, you know what, Dr. Jeff? Nah, I'm glad that works for you, but not for me. So understand that beauty is a wide range, but men, and I'm using the term men, not male, right? We'll do that different podcast. Men fall in love with their eyes. We are hardwired to look at a room, to look at a gymnasium, to be in a park somewhere and see hundreds of women. And we are hardwired to do this. This is what we do in our head, ladies. I'm telling you, don't shoot the messenger. Yes, Yes. Oh my God, yes. I don't have a shot. Wish I had a shot. Hard no, never, never, never. Maybe after midnight, after a six pack. By the way, I don't drink. But some people have that after midnight where suddenly a 5 looks like about a 9, right? Welcome back to your college days. By the way, if you're using any substances to try to make someone look better, don't do that. And it's certainly not a healthy thing for you to do. Back to the point. Men fall in love with their eyes. That's number one. And so I'm not saying as women you have to walk around 24/7, hair and makeup and fashion and shoes and designer. No. But I do want you to understand that men are constantly looking at women for how they look. Not because we're sexist, it's in our DNA. Our DNA, we are hardwired as men to procreate with the most beautiful woman we can. Notice I say we can because not every guy is Tom Brady. Not every guy is going to end up with Giselle. Oh, there's a lot of guys wish they could, but not everybody's Tom Brady. Damn you, Tom, and all your handsomeness, but not everyone's Tom Brady. But we are hardwired as men to carry on our genetic legacy. And one of the markers that a woman has great genes, and I want everybody to hear this, one of the markers that a woman has great genes, I'm not talking about these, I'm talking about her XY chromosomes. Oh, I messed that up. I'm talking about her XX chromosomes. My apology, I snuck the XY in there. Getting all caught up in all this wokeness. Is to procreate with the healthiest woman he can. And that is determined by a couple of features. This one will surprise you. Do you know what one of the ultimate markers that a woman is physically healthy and has really strong DNA? And by the way, to all the people who own a hair salon, you're welcome. Healthy hair. Healthy hair. And to any woman out there, you know exactly what I mean. There's hair that you look at, some of you as women have, there's no shine to it, there's no body to it, there's no luster to it, right? But you know what? Healthy hair is an indicator to men that you probably have good DNA. It's not like we wake up one day and go, hey, I hope I meet a woman with beautiful hair. But I'll tell you right now, we notice it. We notice it. The other thing that is really a sign of a healthy woman that men look to procreate with to carry on the healthy DNA code, again, it's all the subconscious messages in our DNA, are her eyes. Beautiful eyes. There's no guy, by the way, who ever tells his friend when he's describing his new girlfriend, yeah, she's got beautiful eyes, I'm so bummed out. It's amazing. She has eyes that can melt your soul. She has eyes that could see through you. She has eyes that make you feel warm and loved. Yeah. No guy ever bums out about that, which is why eye makeup and other things that accentuate the eyes is so big. As a matter of fact, if you question how important eyes, on the cover of Cosmopolitan and any magazine that shows fashion models, their eyes have been digitally enhanced. They have been digitally designed to be bigger, the pupils are bigger, and the eyelashes are longer. Why? Because that's one of the markers that she's very healthy. Now the one that seems to annoy everybody, and again, don't shoot the messenger. Actually, I want you to applaud the messenger. The messenger, me, Dr. Jeff, has enough courage to sit in front of you and talk about what men look for. You're welcome. All right, so don't get mad at me, but I'm going to tell you right now, guys, look for a body that is in proportion. By the way, it says to us in our DNA code, she's healthy. And again, are there some guys out there who are attracted to a woman who's 82 pounds? Yes, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Are there guys out there who are attracted to a woman 450 pounds? Yes, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Actually, I'll talk about it now. Again, somebody who is attracted to a woman who is so thin that she is no longer healthy, that isn't an attraction. That is a fetish. And we'll do a podcast on what fetishes are. Because a lot of fetishes are very healthy, and some of them aren't. Being sexually attracted to a woman where a stiff breeze comes along and it's going to blow over is not healthy. It's certainly not healthy for her to be at that weight, and it is not healthy for him to say, hey, I'm really sexually attracted to her. And the same is true for someone who's 450 pounds. Let me just call it what it is. There's no person, male or female, man or woman, who's 450 pounds who says, yay me, I am thrilled that I'm 450 pounds. Are there guys out there who are sexually attracted to women who weigh 450 pounds? Yes. And again, it's a fetish. We'll do a topic on that or a podcast on that later. But men do look for in the sort of variety of body shapes. They look for sort of balanced proportions. Obviously, some guys prefer a larger breast, a smaller breast. What there seems to be universal appeal are broader hips and a little bit bigger action in the trunk. You figure out what that looks like. But that is something that there seems to be pretty broad appeal for men. And by the way, it would make sense that broader hips, as we think about a woman giving birth, makes a lot of sense. Here's where I think a lot of the hate comes in. Don't hate me. Again, respect the fact that I'm going to be honest with you and tell you about the science. There's a body part that if you happen to have this as a woman, no guy is going to go, yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. It's not in the top 15 of physical attributes that a guy looks for. Don't get mad. And please understand, as a shrink, and I want to say this with great sincerity, I'm not into body shaming. I do want people to feel great about their body. I want people to be able to look in the mirror and go, hey, yay me. Whatever that yay me means, but be honest with yourself. And so this isn't about body shaming, but again, what do men look for? Let me tell you what they don't look for. There's no way to say it. A really big stomach. A really big stomach for a guy actually doesn't give them this subconscious message of she's really healthy. It actually gives the alternative message that she must not be healthy. And it's ironic because we know that both for men and women who have extra body fat around their midsection physically aren't healthy. And again, I'll do a podcast on obesity and weight and so on later on down the road, but we know that when men and women carry a lot of extra body fat around their midsection, they're at a higher rate for diabetes, they're at a higher rate for stroke, they're at a higher rate for heart attack. Bottom line, they're at a higher rate for sudden death. So again, when you think about what do men look for in a woman, and we're talking about looks, they are looking for those markers that indicate that she's healthy. The other one that I think is so very important, and I think this is universal, is a smile. And it's a particular kind of smile. It's a smile that is warm. It is a smile that is confident. It is a smile that says, I feel really good about myself. Probably one of the best things, if I have any parents watching this, by the way, of boys or girls for that matter, is braces. I should have every orthodontist in the area should be sponsoring this because I am generating business for you. But again, let's be honest. If someone has teeth that are all mangled, and again, I'm not going to be politically correct, I'm going to call it what it is. No one goes, yay me. As a matter of fact, have you ever noticed that people, when their teeth are kind of really disrupted, they smile like this? And you know why they smile like this? Because they don't feel good about that. It's one of the least expensive, most important things somebody can do to impact their appearance is take care of their teeth. So parents out there, don't buy your kids a cell phone. Don't buy them a Kindle. You know what? Buy them braces and they will thank you. By the way, on behalf of men who wear braces or did, I'd like to thank my mom and dad. And what they used to tease me about, by the way, I got braces in the 70s. I know a lot of you thought I was younger, and I appreciate that. I got braces in the 70s, and my dad used to tease me, Junior, and I wasn't a junior, but he called me Junior all the time. He goes, you know what's in your mouth? I'd be like, what's that, Dad? He goes, our trailer. Thank you, Dad, for substituting braces for a trailer, because we wouldn't have the trailer, but thankfully I still have a somewhat decent smile. There you go. Happy to show that off. Here's something else that men look for, and I don't want to leave the physical attributes behind. Actually, no, I don't. I want to say a little bit more about it. Ladies, you need to be attractive. Just saying it. The more attractive you are, the greater likelihood you have of getting somebody. Now, a lot of attractive women will say, no, that's not true. And there's some truth to it in the sense that attractive women can be very intimidating to males. but not to men. See, insecure males are very intimidated by really attractive women. Confident men love confident, attractive women. Here's something you need to do to try to keep your guy. And what I mean by that is to keep your guy interested. And remember, I'm going to talk about next week what women look for in men, so I'll be an equal opportunity offender. Stop going to bed wearing your Tom Brady Patriots hoodie and expect your guy to go, oh my God, I just hit nirvana. My partner, my fiance, my wife, whoever it is that I'm in bed with, has come to bed in a hoodie and Ugg slippers. Zero, zero, zero. Let me be clear, zero sexual attractiveness in that. You want to knock a guy's socks off, come to bed wearing undies and a tank top. I don't care if it's 10 degrees out, put an electric blanket on. But you know what? Come to bed wearing a tank top and nice undies, and I don't care what Monday Night Football game is on, your partner will pay attention to you. But come to bed comfy. Come to bed comfortable. And wear baggy jammies and weird little white fluffy socks and a Hello Kitty t-shirt. That's right, a Hello Kitty t-shirt. Oh, I'm reliving memories. And see how attracted he will be to you. Tough decisions, tough choices. I'm giving them to you right now. Let me talk to you about your personality. Number one turnoff for a guy. Guys, by the way, I'm saying it so you don't have to, so you're welcome. On behalf of all men across America, you're welcome. Clingy, insecure women is the biggest turnoff ever. I don't care how beautiful she is. I don't care how weight and body proportion she is. I don't care how wealthy she is. I don't care what a great mom she is. If she is insecure and clingy, it's over. He will not be attracted to you for the long haul. Example, phone call. Phone call, phone call, phone call, phone call, phone call, and I'm still in the driveway. Text, 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 text. I'm still not on the main street yet. The point I'm trying to make is insecure and clingy is one of the ultimate turnoffs. Why? Because one of the ultimate turn-ons for a man is a confident, independent woman who walks into a room and she owns it. And what does the guy say internally? Because he's a guy and he's a man. He's like, yay, me. See, I'll tell you what men prefer. See, when a woman walks into a room, his woman, right, the love of his life, maybe even his notebook, you know what he's pumped about? You know what confident men are really pumped about? She walks into the room and every dude notices her. Every dude notices her. He's like, yay me. See, we are hardwired as men that if we have a beautiful, confident woman on our side, it says a lot about us. And it also says a lot about our future. See, an insecure guy, he doesn't want anybody looking at her. Why? Because he's worried someone's going to steal her away. Not going to happen. So again, what do guys find incredibly attractive is confidence. Incredibly unattractive is, it's cute to have a little shyness, a little insecurity, but it's not cute that every time you get dressed, does this make me look big? Does this make me look too thin? On and on and on. It's not attractive. It's not attractive about feeling like your partner has to call you 20 times a day. How come you didn't call? Where were you? You want to turn a guy off really quickly? Ask him every detail of his day and who he talked to. He's going to be unattracted to you. Do this to a guy and he'll break up with you if he's dating you. Who'd you look at today? Who'd you talk to today? Were there any pretty women at the gym? I'd like to mention my gym. I don't know who looks pretty at the gym. I don't think you're supposed to look pretty or handsome at the gym. You're supposed to look like you're at a gym. But anyways, if that's the question you get all the time, did you talk to any good-looking girls? Did you look at anybody today? I'm going to give a woman the inner secrets of men right now. Yes, we look. We look all the time. We look all the time. Let me be clear. No man ever on their own, when they're by themselves or with their friends, and a pretty woman walks by, goes like this. Hey, Rich, I can't look at this girl because I'm in a relationship. So you let me know when she passes by, and then I'm going to refocus. No, you know what we do? We look. Why? We're hardwired to look. We're supposed to look. And men love a confident woman that recognizes that we look. See, there's a difference between reading the menu and ordering off the menu. I don't recommend ordering off the menu. And by the way, I'm going to do a very powerful and controversial podcast probably about a month from now that I hope you'll stay tuned for about why men cheat. And men cheat all the time. This isn't what I'm talking to you about right now. I'm talking about why healthy men are going to look at an attractive woman. And I hope as women who are watching this, when a real handsome dude walks by, look at him. Look at him. Go with your friends. Go watch a Chippendales show. Go do Thunder from Down Under. Go enjoy those shows. Go have fun. That's what healthy people do. Here's what unhealthy guys do. By the way, if you're married to this guy, I know a great divorce attorney. If you're up at Hampton Beach and you're walking on the beach and he says to you, look, honey, look at that beautiful woman, or look at the breasts on that woman, or look at the hips on that woman, he's an idiot. Divorce him immediately. Why? Because you're not married to a man. You are with a really insecure male, right? Healthy men never need to point out another attractive woman. We don't even look at attractive women, particularly when you're around. Why? Because we got you. And in our eyes, you're the ultimate and beautiful. I'll wrap this up. You know what else men look for? And a lot of this is age-related. They do look for a woman that they envision could be an incredible mom. Not to them, those are males. But healthy men look for a woman who really could be an incredible mom, an incredible role model, an incredible partner, somebody that they can share very important parenting decisions with. So think about those three things. Yes, men do look for looks. And any guy who tells you they don't is lying. Remember, it's looks that bring you to us, and it's your personality that keeps us wanting to be with you day after day. So men look for beautiful women, and only you can define, and only they can define what that means about beauty. One of the cool things I loved about my father is he was so candid and so clear that the most beautiful woman he ever met was my mom. Think about that for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. The most beautiful woman he ever met was my mom. Yet if you talk to my mom sometimes, she was worried about what her level of beauty was. See, that was her own level of confidence. My father is a confident man, though. He did indeed marry a beautiful woman, not just on the outside, but very much on the inside. And that's the kind of beauty that men look for. We want a beautiful woman with a beautiful soul, with a beautiful heart, and yes, with really healthy DNA who looks like and has the ability to be a wonderful partner, a competent partner, and an excellent mom. So ladies, I want you, look in the mirror, not necessarily for how you look, but I want you to self-reflect. Do you bring those three things to the table? Do you bring looks? And you determine what that means. Do you bring a confident, loving personality? And do you have it within you to be an outstanding mom? If you do, I would imagine that you will have more than enough suitors. I will say this to you in closing. I hope once again, particularly for all my women viewers, that this has again been an important wake-up call for you. Don't take yourself ever for granted, because if you do, you will be with a partner who takes you for granted too. And as my mom always taught me, never undervalue, ever, who you are. I'm Dr. Jeff LaCure. I want to thank Michelle Hebshe for her wonderful production, and I hope you appreciate your wake-up call. Until next week.